We often assume that success is linked to one defining breakthrough moment or a very special idea that will change our life overnight. We think that big success requires big action. This mindset can be very intimidating and leave us feeling demotivated, so we don't even take any action whatsoever. Alternatively, the opposite of that would be just improving by 1% every single day, which at first sounds very, very pointless and like you will never really notice any difference, but it is amazing how much of a difference tiny improvements can make over time. Here's how James Clear explains this effect in his book Atomic Habits. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you'll decline nearly down to zero. Simply put, the 1% rule is the idea that small, consistent improvements, literally just 1% per day, can lead to significant growth and success over time. It's essentially the power of compounding just applied to your personal and professional growth. Now, you might be wondering, how do I apply this rule to my print-on-demand business? And that's what I'm going to go over next with some specific examples that you can implement into your daily routine. So let's get started with design skills. You might not be a professional designer right now, but that's totally fine. We all start out somewhere. So what if you commit to just improving one small aspect of your design skills every single day? For example, let's say today you learn a new tool within your design software. As an example, Adobe Illustrator has various different tools. Whilst you don't need to know what all of them do, it is handy to just learn a new one every now and then, which could potentially really make your design process a lot easier and save you time as well. So let's say you do that today. You learn one new tool in your design software, and then tomorrow you could take a look at font pairings, explore some new fonts, try and put them together, mash them together to get a really nice and coherent looking design. So there you've leveled up your font skills essentially. The day after tomorrow, you could then have a look at current design trends. What designs are doing really well right now in various different niches? Can I replicate this design style to apply it to my own niches as well? So these are all very simple, small improvements that you can make on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to do them in this order. You could do one new tool in your design software for 3 days in a row. It doesn't matter, but if you put some variety into there, you will expand your knowledge within design skills in various different areas on a daily basis. And this doesn't have to take hours. Just make a small process of 10, 15, 20 minutes, however much time you have. Try and learn just one new thing to expand your design skills every day. Now, what about research? So you could spend a little time each day to expand your knowledge when it comes to research tools. For example, the one you're using right now, maybe you try out a new function and feature within that, or if your current research method isn't really working for you, you could look at other alternatives, whether it is a free research method or a paid one. It doesn't matter, whatever suits your budget. Just keep experimenting and trying to learn new stuff. If you're not learning about a tool, then your daily task or habit could literally just be doing like 10-20 minutes of research or looking at current and upcoming trends, what's going to be trending in 1 or 2 months down the line, because that is obviously a good thing to prepare for. Alternatively, you could also, if you're selling on Etsy, for example, look at successful Etsy stores within your niche or just in general. Take a look at what sort of designs are they selling, what do their mock-ups look like, how do they structure their descriptions, for example, to get customers to buy more. Over time, these sort of small bits of information that you gain on a day-to-day basis can build your knowledge and really give you so much insight to apply to your own business that will make it more successful. In terms of research methods, I actually have a playlist with various different options here, both free and paid. So if you haven't seen that playlist before, I highly recommend you check it out, because there might be a research method in there that works really well for you, which you didn't know of before. And the thing to bear in mind right here with research is that you will have days where you feel like you haven't made any progress. You didn't find a new niche, you didn't find a new trend to target. It feels really demotivating, right? What you have to remember here is that these sort of steps that you've taken, even though you didn't find something on that day, they're just necessary steps on a longer path leading you to finding your next great niche. Don't overthink it. You've still made progress by putting in that time in your daily routine to sort of sieve through and get rid of some of the bad niches on the way to finding your next good one. When it comes to uploading and publishing your designs online, there is a few things here as well that you can do to improve in small, tiny steps. You could just optimize your listings on a daily basis or save templates in terms of descriptions and titles that you can then reuse in the future to save you time. You could have a look into different tools and software which can make your life easier, such as spreadsheets. Spreadsheets can be a really handy tool to create listings more quickly in bulk. And there's also upload automation, which is really helpful if you have a ton of designs or you're selling on many different platforms. That way, with upload automation, once you get the hang of it, you can just save endless hours while you're uploading your designs. If you're not into that, if you don't like those sort of bulk tools, that's totally fine. Just set yourself the goal to maybe publish 5 designs per day. That is very achievable. It's not too intimidating, and it might seem very insignificant on like a daily basis, but if you think about it, in a whole year you would be publishing about 1,500 designs, which is a big impact. Yes, on a small scale, on a day-to-day basis, or maybe even week-to-week basis, you might not feel like you're making much progress or you're making much of a difference to your store, but over the long term you're going to be looking back and think like, oh, 1 or 2 years ago when I started this routine, that is really where over time I made the progress to build me to this successful passive income stream right now. That's how you want to be thinking about stuff. You can improve for design, for research, for uploading, just a little thing every day. You don't have to do them all in one day. Just learn something new every day, especially in the areas where you are sort of less skilled and you feel like you're lacking a lot. That is where you want to focus on more. If you're already a great designer, obviously learning about Illustrator every day is not the best use of your time. Maybe spend more time with research or the uploading process, but you have to judge that yourself. Always remember that the magic of this 1% rule lies in consistency. It's not about some massive changes or about being perfect from the start, but about small, consistent improvements that really add up over time. By applying this rule to your print-on-demand business, you will gradually improve your skills, your knowledge, and your overall performance without feeling overwhelmed. Focus on the actions and the small daily improvements which will lead you to your goals. Don't focus on the goals themselves. If you found this mindset related video really helpful, then you would also benefit from watching this video next, where I talk about why you're currently not seeing any results with print on demand.